vassal slaves were just in prettier cages.
Так, в эту игру играл Мэдисон на сабдне. Ебать, так она только что сейчас появилась, вроде нет? Там вон написано дата релиза январь. Как он мог играть ее на сабдне? У Мэдисона сабдень когда последний раз был вообще? Или у него был недавно сабдень? Не слежу за Мэдисоном особо в последнее время, потому что он не появляется вроде как нигде. Он в нее играл. Походу он разраб. Походу он сын разраба. День первый. Алло. Алло. Вернуться направо. А как? Ответить. Дэвид, добрый день, вам поступил звонок. Нужно бы почаще, нужно для чего?
That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left.
Капец, настолько сложно переизучать за все студии. Записи нет, понятно, пруф не будет.
Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Четырьмя пожимами. Загрузить рекламу. А что из этого реклама? Что, блядь, из этого реклама? Что он сказал делать?
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood making it come out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going 5, 4.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our men's choice tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts say just couldn't happen.
Что такое?
Controversy has floated mega to insist.
Эфир провален, вас уволили. Так там не было ничего с надписью реклама. Написано было загрузить рекламу. Так а следить-то зачем почаще? Для чего? Ой, только не все заново. Значит, скоро начнется эфир. Посмотри, подписник под стол. Смотри, слева лежат кассеты с рекламными роликами. Возьми 3 и вставь их в проигрыватель справа. Так, скоро должен появиться сигнал со станции. Ага. Будь внимательнее, нас сегодня смотрят все важные шишки, так что постарайся не ошибаться. А что должен делать-то, бля, я не понимаю.
Get the signal.
Когда получишь сигнал, выбери первый экран с помощью видеомикшера, и все будет готово.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You don't see if you make me go out in pustules.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going 5, 4.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Moving on
we're
up.
all good. Next thing is going to be to throw the news titles on screen too. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flower market.
Типа мне надо ждать, пока она закончится, и переключить на второй экран.
Johnny Hamsley wins sports personality of the year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan must be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic.
Right. Button
That's
2
all coming up on
in
tonight.
3, 2,
National
1, now. Bit late there, mate.
Надо было чуть раньше, ты рофлишь, что ли?
Throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes. Here it comes. Switch to screen 1.
Я готов.
Now.
But first,
Bit late there, mate.
and it's a decisive win for advance.
Нам было сказано, сфера исчезнет.
We often get a bit of interference around this time of night, so keep your eye on the machine on the bottom right. You can move that white dot up and down, avoiding the interference using the yellow knob.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly.
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
We'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leaders' acceptance speech.
And 3,
That's all coming
2,
up.
1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
Jeremy, I need you to fill up.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh,
Thought I'd ask him about the election.
personally, I wouldn't try to confuse you with any big words.
Кипец напряжен как-то реально.
I thought that was our little secret. Doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Me too.
Yeah.
Оценка блока А с плюсом, кайф.
First ad break, you're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing
Пиздец, это тяжело.
Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
We're coming back from the break. Quiet in the studio.
Thank you so much.
Что за
10
цензор?
seconds, everybody. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to
political
Megan on
reporter
screen 4.
Megan Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shot
Blunderclatch
film.
on screen 3 when she says his
Joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter,
Я 100 раз переключил.
Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder, twat.
Terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in
Get back to who's talking.
You'll remember that that was the true story. One soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over.
Been on that shot a bit long.
Honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Блин, это тяжело, это надо...
That is a beautiful question, Megan. And not
Это надо самому смотреть и...
like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But, I think I've always been quite
Но публика
clear
растет,
when it
публика
comes
вообще
to
в кайфе.
politics, that one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again.
Sorry, I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect
Все вообще
humanity.
смотрит худший бродкастер.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Watch out for that interference, mate.
I don't understand it.
God, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but don't switch to it now. You can go to the Russia's room when the broadcast's done. We keep everything.
Типа сейчас я должен только помехи, да, регулировать. Я бы на самом деле переключил на него, послушать его машину. Фига, он там уебал кого-то.
Dr. Hemlock.
Fisting is $300.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor.
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
Не, мужик, кстати, довольно харизматичный, блин, он так рассказывал. Ну, сказал фак в эфире, чё такого? Может быть, это и дал Цвим. Я бы вот и дал Цвим вообще с кайфом бы ставил.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
If we should.
Блин, настолько всего надо смотреть. Один, ноль.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, master screen here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button
Жжется
lights up
кнопка
like this.
цензуры.
2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice.
Слушай, 2 дорожки — это пиздец.
Just stay calm and you'll get it.
Еще и английскую речь, типа, на слух.
Just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now.
One of 2 communal tents. Or you could take
As you
advantage of a
turn it
famous
up,
nightlife.
you'll hear the
There's a
advert
radio
getting
in the
louder.
calf, or on Fridays we
Good.
gather to watch
You're
champs
set to
fight.
start
Come
censoring.
on, Harold.
Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'm
Немного практики, да это пиздец тяжело, у меня уже башка болит.
Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2,
And hey,
and
if
hold
you come
it
in the
down.
dry season, you've got a car park.
Что должен делать? Я не прочитал
Remember
этот
to
чат,
select
пацаны.
screen 1 now that you've got the feed.
Christ,
Don't wait for the broadcast to go live.
help whoever
That's
has to
too
do
late. You can use the number buttons on your
And a
keyboard,
lawyer and a
1 to
TV
4.
personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse.
5, 4, 3.
Он будет
Welcome
материться.
back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to
Он
play.
бухой, готовься запикивать.
For coming, and well, where do I start? What a day!
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people,
Nice.
you saw right through
Я
that.
справился?
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating?
Remember
Throughout
the
the campaign,
10-second
you've heard us
rule.
say
Ой!
that
Я случайно этого чела, который бухает, там,
That's what you
пьет,
have when
точнее.
things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again,
Nice.
colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the assets and
Бля, я хотел показать, как он пиво смакует, но я не успел.
a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this. Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me
Дед такой, бля.
in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax
Но если бы по экранам надо было тыкать, было бы попроще.
wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs got nowhere to hide.
Блять.
Earlier today, we revoked your passports. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we've reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay your kitchens to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
so they've got
Он бастард, говорит, я вообще нихуя не слышу, что он говорит.
Advance have this to say to you.
Nailed it.
ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
Предлагаю нажраться, Лерик.
Thank you for your time.
Nice.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there from the leaders of advance. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us.
Он намекает, что меня на бутылку должны посадить за
We'll be
это.
back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under advance. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Barry's about to leave. Probably won't be
Работа
coming
теперь
back.
твоя,
Sure,
удачи.
mate. Good luck.
Same old boring politics then.
Is this some weird fever dream? Am I dying now or something?
You should be so
А сколько
lucky.
длится демо? Типа, че...
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Эфир завершен. Оценка блока А. Ну, дохерищ народу набрал.
Someone's dripping on me.
Alan James is right. We're working every hour we can just to try and...
Капец, как будто русская школа. Да это русский чел был, по-любому, я уверен.
Days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours.
Yeah, that was definitely a drop test.
I'm Gary the Big, and you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads.
Tipped wank Tony.
Тони сиська дрочь.
Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners of the Sports World Final.
Офига, тут еще развиваться надо. Кастомизировать студию, точнее.
Ow! Fucking microphone dropped me. Fucking microphone just dropped me. Where's that sound guy?
Январь 2020 это Early Access. Капец, а почему она сейчас в фестивале игр, типа, которые ориентированы на... на сюжет? Не, мне зашло, кстати, мне зашло. Огромный респект челам, то, что в демке русский язык присутствует. Что во всех демках до этого русского языка не было просто.